Yeah.
How do you read this thing?
I don't know. I haven't never seen it myself.
What do you got, Matty?
They jumped you early and 8 straight to start the game. You called that quick time out, and they had that thing where they were controlling the tempo in that first period. But what was the turnaround when you made that great run in the second?
I think it was a combination of things. I thought we were real passive at the start, somewhat reactive. They were able to run their sets, and they run their half-court offense as good as anyone in the competition. You know, they're extremely efficient in the way they go about it. They know where their targets are going to be and what their destination is going to be on their sets. And we were very reactive. And of those 8 points, all of them came from within the paint. You know, a couple of flex cuts, a couple of little drives, some easy baskets. And so it was a combination of us needing to crank up the defense, but by the same token, down the other end of the floor, although we weren't necessarily all that smooth in what we were doing, we had a couple of really good looks that we just missed. So the combination of the two, it started to get away from us, but fortunately we were able to regroup, get the scoreboard ticking over, crank it up on the defensive end, and when we did that, then I thought we started to get back into the game and get a little bit of an advantage.
Steve, your first game with the team, obviously Kevin going down, not ideal. You come in and play 36 minutes on debut. How did you feel about your first game in the National Basketball League?
Well, I had a lot of fun out there. The fans were great. The guys on the team play with a lot of heart. Really tough guys. Coach puts us in the right position to be successful, and I couldn't have asked for anything better than in a first night out there. So I'm excited for what the rest of the journey is going to be.
Did it take a while to get your legs under you? You missed those first few shots, and obviously not used to that because you're a hell of a shooter. So did you start feeling a little bit stronger in the second half as the game wore on?
I felt more comfortable as we went on. I did. I can't lie. I was a little bit nervous going out there. It's a new place, new opponents. Guys I've never played against before, playing with new guys, and sometimes you can overthink things. And eventually, it started just to be a reaction, and that's how we need to play. And for myself, to get comfortable out there, I think it'll just get better and better as we go.
Did it have sort of that NBA feel coming into that environment? Because obviously you look up and you've got the Star Concert, I can't call it the other name because I'm not allowed to. And just the stadium itself and the actual environment. I mean, did you sort of have that familiarity coming into it?
Yeah, this is a great venue, a great arena. The fans were amazing. They were into it the whole game, and the competition is what makes it that great as well. We have guys that play really, really hard, compete. You saw how we started. A lot of teams will fold on a start like that, but we fought back, and everyone was into it. From the fans to the players to the coaches, and so it makes it fun for me.
Drew, I want to talk about Alex Marriage. You spoke about him last week as a guy that on the stat sheet you look at and sort of don't know what he's done. I mean, tonight you have to say he was absolutely outstanding. I mean, what were your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, he was great, and he really shouldn't have played. He had yesterday off. He's had a virus. He was on a drip last night. Hasn't eaten for 2 days, and he was struggling. I didn't know how many minutes we were going to get out of him, so I nursed him through the first half. And Josh was great offensively, but what Alex does, he gives us that spark on the defensive end. And at the start of the fourth, I felt that we needed defense more than we needed offense because we'd established just a slight margin. And it was about getting some stops, and he came in and did that and some. Although statistically he's rebounding, it's not like he set the world on fire, but to me he was much more effective on the glass than the stats would indicate. So a lot of the times he's competing and not necessarily getting the rebound. It's almost like a rebound assist that he provides a lot of the times. But Alex was fantastic on the defensive end. Made a couple of free throws early on. Hit some baskets, and the combination that we've got between Josh and Alex right now is really, really good. Jeremy Hill never got to play, but he's been great in that rotation as well. He provides a different look for the opponents, and just the nature of the game. He deserves to play more than what he is right now. Just eventually his time will come, but Alex was fantastic, and Brad Newley was just superb. You know, when he gets in that frame of mind, I think that he's got a little something in him when he takes on an Andre Lamana's team, missing out on Rio. I think that his eyes light up a little bit, and it can go either way. You know, he can get over anxious, or he, you know, he can do what he did tonight, where on the glass he was fantastic. You know, he had a tough defensive assignment down the other end, and then offensively, when he's in the open court or he gets they switch and he gets in that attack mode where he's attacking the bigs, it's hard for him to stay with him. He has this ability to get his shot off. He makes it look easier, but some of those plays aren't as easy as they look. So Brad was fantastic, and you know, like I said to the fellas at the end of the game, it's a long season, and each and every time, you know, there's going to be times where people step up. There's times where people have to sacrifice their games a little bit, but provided we can keep everyone on the same page, then we have a chance to do some good things.
You're off to the second best start on debut as a head coach for the Kings, big franchise history. You're going up to Cairns. Obviously, this week's going to be a tough little home and away series. I mean, what are your thoughts on what you've achieved so far and going up there?
Well, Cairns are tough. Cairns, we played them second or third week game. I can't remember exactly which one it was, and they were in a position to win. And we lose Kevin in that game for the second half, and we, you know, had to dig deep and came out where just our offense held the day for us, and we were able to get a win. They are getting better. They're getting better as the season rolls on. So it's going to be a tough little home and away battle we got coming up. But you know, it's very early days. We've got 4 games in 8 days. We drop all those 4 and we're back in the middle of the pack, and you know, which it's not inconceivable. We don't plan for that to happen, and we're playing a level of basketball where we don't think that will happen. But nevertheless, given how tight the competition is, you can play well and lose. So it's a nerve-wracking time. Each team has to go through these little periods where they've got a lot of games in a short period of time. It's our turn next week, and if we get Steve understanding what we need to do a little bit more, and the rotation that I can envisage between Steve, Jason and Kevin, where, you know, they're not playing 37, 38 minutes and they can play at a higher intensity and get through that, then I think that that'll be better for them as well. And, you know, I think there's a lot to like about our team, but it's very early days yet.
And just talk about Kevin's status. Obviously with the strained calf, how long are you envisaging him to be out?
I'm expecting he's going to play on the weekend. You know, if this had been a final today, he would have played. It was one where we're thinking we've got a real busy schedule coming up. He had a fitness test this morning and pulled up a little sore. And, you know, certain injuries you can, if it's a rolled ankle, you go, well, okay, you can sort of risk that. But calves, hamstrings, some of those softer tissue injuries, it's too risky. You go out there and he strains it even further and he's out for the next 2 or 3 weeks. It just, through all the checks and balances, we just didn't think it was worth the risk. He wanted to play, but you know, we felt it was better that he didn't.
Did you feel stiff when you got the news you're going to be starting and 5 days after getting off the plane?
Well, that's not the way I want to play. You know, I want all of our guys to be healthy. I look forward to playing with Kevin. But I'm a competitor, and if you need me to play every minute, I'll do it. You know, I want to compete, and there's nothing better than being out on the court. So, you know, I'm definitely appreciative of that. So, yeah, but I'm looking forward to Kevin coming back and kind of seeing how our roles will work together.
How did you find the physicality in the NBA?
Yeah, it was good. It's different. I mean, there's different rules as far as using your hands and different ways you can play in the post. So it's an adjustment for me that I have to get used to. But I'll pick it up pretty quickly, I think. No, I was really just kind of from the time I got here, just having conversations with coaches and Kevin and Jason talked to me a little bit from the point guard position aspect. And it's one thing for someone to tell you, but to naturally do those things, you know, I've done it one way for 13 years, and so I might get a few hand check calls as we go, but I'll do my best to not get in foul trouble. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. Thanks, fellas.